Hi, this is Rhonda and Drew, and this is Asbury's Echoes. Welcome. This is our FlossTube channel, and I think I have a cat trying to. Are you wanting out? Come on. Okay, sorry about that. This is mostly cross stitch. Sometimes I share punch needle. I think I've shared wool applique, some beading a while back, but it's mostly cross stitch. So that is what you're going to see today, because that's all I have had time to do is cross stitch today. We're going to try something a little different. He's got my phone camera thing up there. We've got another one down here, so I might get a little confused, but we're going to try it. And let's just jump right in. I haven't done a lot. Oh, and now he's got me over here on his iPad, so this is fun. I haven't done a lot. A couple of things that I did were time consuming. So although easy, they took some time. And so I haven't gotten a lot of stitching done, but we'll begin. And I did do, I'm not sure what's on them. I did these two little pillows. I had somebody ask, I have some word pillows in my Etsy shop that I had started, and then people started sharing that they wanted more word pillows and different ones, and so I hadn't done any for a while, and somebody asked for these, so here they are. I've got old bobbins and old marbles. Andrew, it's showing up backwards.
Oh, it always does.
It always does. I'm sorry. So this one's old marbles, and this one is old bobbins. And I have old bobbins, but I was surprised when I tried to find some marbles around here that I didn't have any. But these are both done on the Nate Berkus. Everything that I show will be done on Nate Berkus, unless I tell you different. So Nate Berkus is a 36 count. Somebody asked for these, so here they are. I've got old bobbins and old marbles. 36 count. It's an upholstery linen that I get from Joann Fabrics, and I have had a lot. Some people love stitching on it. I've had others say that they really don't enjoy it, and I get that. It's got all kinds of little slubs and imperfections. I don't know if you can see that on here. And so when you stitch on it, it's not going to always make perfect little cross stitch, little X's. And if that bothers you, don't stitch on this. I have found that if I keep my fabric really taut in my hoop, I can see the holes very easily. And if it's not taut, then it's more of a struggle. So that can be an issue too. I tell you, you ladies keep me on my toes, because I don't think about when I stitch. I don't think about all that stuff. I just sit down and do it. So when you ask me these questions, it's good for me, because I have to stop and think, and I have to think about what I'm doing and how to explain and what to tell you or try. I'm sure that I don't always help when people ask me questions. What I have to say probably doesn't help you, and I apologize, but I do try. And it does, what happened? It does make me think, which is a good thing. So those were those two, the old marbles and old bobbins. And another one that I'm sure you've probably seen is woolly blessings. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do it down here. I just felt like stitching a sheep. I've been trying to come up with a sheep that I like, that isn't so cutesy. I want him to look really prim. So this one's not necessarily where I want it to be, but I stitched him one evening, turned him in a little pin keep, and here he is. And he has just this little bell that I have in my stash. Had them for years. I don't know where they came from. And this little piece of red is from Purple Paper Mountain. And I'm not sure. Last time I talked about my new binder, And I have done very well. I'm surprised. I've done really well keeping it up to date. But no, I don't know what it's called, so I can't tell you that. But it did come from Purple Paper Mountain. I think that shouldn't be sticking out like it is. I need to fix that maybe. I don't know. Anyway, woolly blessings if you like sheep. And he's not a white sheep, he's a black sheep, or a dark sheep anyway. So there's that one. Oh, and I actually finished the back of this one. I don't always do that. And this is just a little 2025 charm. I have some. I don't know what I got it for. I don't remember, but I decided I'd start using them and just putting them on the backs of my pillows. That way I will remember for sure that they were from 2025. Not that it makes a difference, but there's that. And then the things that kept me busy, that took up my time, I shared this one last time. And these are my card boxes. This one I shared last time. She Seeketh Wool. And Doreen always talks about these. Doreen with Privies and Prims, her little labels. So I finally got some. And I have put them on the backs of these, and I'm going to try and figure out how to get them ironed. I think they iron onto these, so I haven't done that yet. I just glued these on. And then you open up the box, and this is the inside of this one, which I showed last time, and I talked more about it last time, so if you're interested. Oops. And this is a button from Jean of my Stitching Piece store on Facebook, and these are just buttons from my stash. And then I made this little needlebook with this little stitchy lady, and you open it up, and that's the needlebook. Got some needles and pins in there. So there's that one, and I know I shared that one last time, and I've done 2 more, and these are so easy. They're just very easy to stitch. And they fit on the tops of these boxes so nice, but they're time consuming as far as the finish. So I laced this one's called Rejoice Always. First you take the box, and the box comes from Hobby Lobby, and it has it comes unfinished, so I paint them, and then I sand them and distress them. And then I take brie wax, put the brie wax on and wipe it off, and then buff it with a soft cloth to get the old antique look. And I know if you follow me on Facebook or if you follow me on Instagram, I shared the process a little bit so you could see what they look like painted, and then what they look like after you scuff them up, and then after you put the brie wax on. And then the inside of this one looks like this, and these aren't gonna stay. These are needle minders that I made. And they're a covered button, and I take the shanks off, and I put magnets on them. They're super simple to do. They're very easy and very quick. So there's 3 of those. The magnets are pretty strong. So I kind of lay them in there on that side, and I'll hold on to them. And then this one has got the little pin cushion that kind of matches the front. Let's see how it matches the front. That's just a little button from my stash. And this, you can put anything in. I just put one of these cards that I have a bunch of in there. But whatever you want to put in there. And I stuck a couple pins in here because these are pieces of cardboard that I put some Warm and Natural on, and then covered with some fabric. And I just super glued the fabric onto the back, and super glued this ribbon from Purple Paper Mountain on so that you can stick something in there like I showed you. That's the time-consuming part. You have to cut everything out. I cut all these pieces of cardboard, and cut the Warm and Natural, and cut the fabric, and then you glue them all together. And I think the hardest thing for me, or the most time-consuming thing for me, is trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the insides of them. These boxes are not very big. They will hold, I think they call them card boxes at Hobby Lobby, and they hold 2 decks of cards. So that tells you, you know, if you think of it that way, how big they or how small they are. So they're not very big. So that was that one, and it's called Rejoice Always, and it is the Nate Berkus fabric. And yes, I dyed everything. If you follow me at all, you know that I'm going to be dyeing pretty much everything that I do. And then I had one more of those. So that's what took me all my time this time around was my boxes. Huh? Here's stuff. And this one is called Your Ambition. And make it your ambition to lead a quiet life and work with your hands. And this has rickrack around it. And this rickrack is from Purple Paper Mountain. I want to say it's called grayish green. Grayish brown. I'm sorry. Grayish brown is the rickrack color from Purple Paper Mountain. I think that's a hair stuck in there. I'm sorry. It won't come out. And then this one again has it has the needle minders. I'll just take those out. And I put a pair of scissors on this side, and this is just a little card that came from when I ordered from oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called. I will definitely put that down below. And I talked about it last time, and her name is Tina, and I can't remember the name of her shop, but she does floss drops. And this was something that came along with the floss drops that I ordered. And I put that in there. And this is some more Purple Paper Mountain trim, and it's been coffee and walnut dye stained, or walnut stain dyed. I think that's what it is. And then this is the little pin cushion that goes along with the front of the box because she works with her hands. And it's just a little teeny tiny pin cushion. And I don't know if you watch Doreen with Privies and Prims. She made 4 of these as gifts for some friends of hers, and she changed colors because the fabric that she used was different than what I used, and so she needed to change the colors, otherwise they weren't going to show up. And you should just check them out because they turned out so cute, and they do look different because the colors are different. But that was something else I wanted to talk about today was change your color. Do what you want to make them your own. Any and all of my patterns, I just love it when people take my pattern and then run with it and change the colors or move things around or put something different in or take something. I don't care. Make it your own. And I love to see them. So if anybody if you want to share your projects, any of my designs that you've stitched, if you share them with me, send them to me through my email or through Messenger or Instagram or whatever, and I would love to share them and to show everybody.
Get you a business phone.
A business phone? I don't need a business phone. To show everybody how others stitch my designs. Sometimes I think if you see it like this, you might think, well, I don't know if I like that or not. And then you see how somebody else stitched it, what they stitched it on, or the color changes, and it might just be, oh, I really like that. So I enjoy seeing the different designs and the different things that people, not designs, but the different things people do with my designs. Which also brings me to, what is your favorite linen to stitch on? I love to stitch on the Nate Berkus fabric, but I know not everybody does. So I would love to know what your favorite linen or Aida cloth or Osnaberg, whatever, what's your favorite thing to stitch on? And what is your favorite thing to stitch my designs on? So if you guys would want to drop that down below, comment and let me know. I would love to know what you use, what your favorite one is, what your favorite one is to use with my designs. So those are my boxes. What do you think? I thought about doing a bee themed one. a bumblebee themed one because I love bumblebees. That might be fun. I don't know. We'll see. I will, I don't know. We'll see. And then, so those are the things that took up most of my time. I did finish this. I finished this 2 nights ago. Yeah, and then I had to dye it. This is the alphabet that I use on a lot of my things. It's just my alphabet. It's nothing. It's just my alphabet. So like when you see one of these.
Do you have your own alphabet?
I do. I have my own alphabet now. Somebody asked me if I could do that, if I could chart my letters. And I'd never done that. I always just sat down and just put the ones in that I needed. But I never actually had a chart to look at. So I thought, well, I could definitely do that. And this is what I came up with. I don't know. Is it showing? I can't tell. Yeah. And this is the one that if you watch me at all on Facebook or Instagram, I frog this one a lot. I don't know what happened. I got off and then I don't know. I had to do a lot of frogging on this one. So this one took me a while. Frogging. I had to rip a bunch of stuff out, you know, rip it. I was frogging. That old frog visits a lot anymore, the older I get. So there's that one. I'm not sure. I do have a frame. I have an old vintage frame. I think I'm going to put that in, and I will get that put in my Etsy shop if anybody's interested. And then I love the look of Osnaberg. I always have. I never like to stitch on it. I don't know why. I just struggled so bad stitching on Osnaberg. I decided the other day to pull some out, and actually I ordered some that was on sale. Doreen had said, I don't know, on Facebook or something, she was talking that her favorite Osnaberg was on sale. So I ordered some and sat down, and this is the first thing I stitched. You know, I told you I was trying to come up with a primitive sheep. So here's a little different looking sheep than the last one I showed. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy yet. I think I'll just turn him into a pin keep, since he does say needles and pins. But I stitched him on Osnaberg, and then I dyed it. And I love the way it dyes. It's, as you can see, I never ironed it. I haven't ironed it yet, but I'm not big on ironing things.
I know this.
But there's that one, and I think I'll turn him into a pin keep. But a friend of mine from our sit and stitch, she said she uses Osnaberg all the time, and she uses it a lot. She has made the most beautiful, authentic Indian wear. I mean, it's been in competitions, and it's just beautiful. Her work is unbelievable. And she said she uses Osnaberg a lot. And she said to be very careful, because if you wash it after you stitch it, that it will shrink up. So I was very careful. I did not dunk this into my dye. I just painted the dye on and then just kept it. I laid it flat until it dried, and it didn't seem to do any damage. So there's that guy. And then last night I stitched this one up. And again, I stitched this one on Osnaberg. And it says his eye is on the sparrow. And I was just wanting to play with the Osnaberg again. And I think I'm starting to like it. I don't know what I didn't like about it beforehand. But as you can see, I had a different dye. This one's a lot darker than this one. I think I was running, it was getting low, so I added water, and then I added some more dye, some more coffee, and I didn't get it quite dark enough. I'll have to add some more to get it a little darker. But this guy is mounted on a board from Homestead Needleworks. She has beautiful mounting boards. And this is, I think that's where I got the grayish green. This is grayish green rickrack, again from Purple Paper Mountain. I don't know. I might add some ribbon or something up there. I don't know. But this will be, I'll put this in the Etsy shop too. I haven't put it in yet. Like I said, I stitched it last night, dyed it this morning. Quick finished it. I'd never really done a circle before like this. I'm not so sure I did the best job in the world, but it's done. It's done. Next time will be better. I find that when I do something for the first time or even the second time, it's like a trial. The more you do something, the better at it you get. And so I'll keep trying and see what comes up. I think that's it. I knew it would be short this time around. We haven't really done much of anything. It's been so darn cold.
It's been really cold.
I did go to a junk journal workshop on Saturday, and that was really fun. And I haven't been able to sit down and work on it yet since I got it home, but that was really enjoyable. But that's about all we did, or all I did.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Do you have anything to share?
Go check out my YouTube channel. My truck we talked about in my last video. I've got a lot of videos out on it. Going to get it. I replaced the fuel pump and a couple other videos. We'll check them out. Link will be in the description.
And I drove it this morning.
Yeah, that's out there too.
Oh, great. Yeah, I drove it this morning for the first time. It got us to town and got us back, so that was a good
I
thing.
knew it would.
And it has a heater, so that's good too.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
new for me.
think, yeah, that's new for you. I think that's all I've got. I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for commenting. If you want, go follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll put those links down below. And let me know what fabric you like to stitch on, what fabric you like to stitch my stuff on.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you get notified every time we upload.
There you go. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. I think that's all. Thank you.